Hi, I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. I'm going to work on my Christmas journal, but first of all, I'm going to start using this hashtag Stitchbook. And I have a new Facebook group I would like you to join. It's the Cher Johnston Stitchbook community. And if you could do me a favor, if you're watching this video before Christmas 2025, hit the hype button. Helps me out a ton. This is something I created. I'm gonna put a link. This will be in my Facebook group. Also, I'll put a link to my Ko-fi page. I'll put it there too. I also have this on my Ko-fi site, and I'll put that in the Facebook group too. So I did a video and I showed how I transferred these images. This one was a heat transfer pencil. This one was this air erasable fabric marking pen, and it erased already, like it's gone. So then I have this pen. This is a Sew Line. I don't know. I've not really used it a lot before. I don't know if you can see the very faint. You can kind of see the blue stitches. I mean the blue marks. I don't really need a lot because I know what I'm doing. So this is going to say, wreck the malls with cows on Harleys. And I want to do, and this is a little music note, we're going to do some fancy stitching for the W and the M. And that's all I have planned right now. So I'm going to do in here, oh, I have the colors that I'm using. These are all the colors that I'm using. And I have pictures that I'll put on my Facebook group of which colors are which. This one that I have is 815. And you know, DMC floss, they don't have like names. There's no names to the colors. They're just colors. I have 6 strands of this DMC floss. I'm not sure if it's going to work out. We're going to give it a shot. Doing a detached chain stitch or a lazy daisy. And I have a big thick chenille needle. I don't know if that's really necessary, but that's what I had threaded. I'm going to pull it tight to make it kind of point, because it is a poinsettia. I'm going to go about 1/8 of an inch or so away from where that where that stitch ends. And then I'm going to do 2 more pointing down. I want to leave a little bit of room for the center. And I'm going to point down this way. Not quite that big. There we go. Pull it nice and tight so it turns kind of pointy. And we'll go out a little bit. And then this way. About 1/8 of an inch there. Pull it nice and tight. And then I'm going to go between those two, up there like that. And between these two. Sorry, I usually have a lot to say, but I don't know. I don't have much to say today. And I'm also just I don't really have a plan today. I just knew I wanted to do this poinsettia. Also decided this cow needs to have a Santa hat. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do on that for now. And I have another thread, another needle threaded with the green. And this one is 370. And I'm going to do some little, I want to do some leaves. I want them to come out like this. Maybe one there. Maybe one there. Sure. And I'm going to do a fishbone leaf. So for a fishbone, I'm going to come down the center. And then I'm going to come up on the right hand side of that stitch, right about there. I'm going to go back down at the top and to the left. There. Then I'm going to come up on the left hand side, right across from that first one. And I'm going to cross over and go down the right hand side. There. Then I'm going to come up at the right hand side. I don't know why I drew that. I'm not really following my drawing. Fine. It'll be okay. And then I'm going to go cross over and go down on the left-hand side. And then come up again at the left-hand side. And go back down on the right. I think that's good enough. Let's do another one here. I just realized I have a, no I don't. Thought I had a tapestry needle, but I guess not. Now I want some little French knots in the center. They should be yellow, but I'm just going to do green. Just one wrap. Let's do one or two more of those. Whoops. Okay. End this off. Now I want, I'm going to do the lettering off camera because I have to really be able to look at it closer. But I want to do, let's get my ecru. No, let's do this. Let's do this. This is, it's going to say rec the, let's put malls down here. So that M going to be a little candy cane. I'm going to do a chain stitch. Then we're going to get some ecru. Oh, I know why I used a big needle. Because I'm using all 6 strands. So this is a number 20 chenille needle. Because I have all 6 strands, it's easier to thread the needle, and um, the thread goes through the fabric easier with a bigger needle. I'm going to come up from the behind, from the back, right next to that stitch. And then I'm going to wrap it. You want to make sure that you don't pierce the thread. You don't want to go through the thread or the fabric. We're just wrapping those. All right. Okay, I gotta tell you, I had an idea for what I wanted to do with the C, and it escaped me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stitch in some of these. Sorry. And see how it looks, see how I'm feeling. And then we'll continue. Probably in the next video. Do go to the Facebook group. My friend Kathy from Canada with the orange cat, she's already there, and she posted some photos of some lovely crazy quilt blocks. And I said, how did you know that was my next stitch book? After we do the stitch dictionary, I want to do some crazy quilt stitches. So join me over there. Cher Johnston Stitchbook community. Again, hit the hype button for me. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.